Hello, Facebook and YouTube. Today on How Hugh, this will be an interesting one for a lot of people. If you know me for any amount of time, you know I like gloves. So today on How Hugh, glove life. I'm going to go over some of the different types of gloves that I have and that I use and why I do them. So we'll start with some of the ones you've probably seen first, which is just these type of gloves. Sometimes I have orange ones or black ones or blue ones, whatever's on sale. I use these if I'm painting or doing light things with oil, or if I'm getting gasoline. And it's not because I'm afraid of COVID. I've had COVID at least once that I know of, I think twice before they had tests. But there are a lot of disgusting people at gas stations who touch the nozzles and everything else. And I'll tell you, I don't want their boogers or their feces or whatever it is on my hands. So use those gloves. So those are very, very common for me. The next most common glove that I use are just work gloves, just full leather work gloves. I buy them in multi-packs. I have a pack that I'm trying around here somewhere. Where'd it go? I don't know. I have like a 4-pack or a 6-pack. I buy them usually at Costco or Sam's Club, or this last time I'm trying them on eBay to see how they do, or no, Amazon. So I just buy them. I keep a pair in the garage. I keep a pair so that I can work in the backyard on them. I keep a pair in my truck usually, and they're just good, solid work gloves. Go through them. You know, a pair lasts me anywhere from a month to 2 or 3 months, depending on what kind of work I'm doing and how dirty they get. Just common leather work gloves. Another common glove I use at work. These are just a mechanics type leather palmed glove. If I'm doing any type of sorting through e-waste or through anything like that, or picking up something on the side of the road, or anything that I don't want my hands to get all dirty or damaged. I have old man hands now, so they bleed easier than they used to. Just a regular old leather palmed, stretchy kind of work glove, and they do a great job. I get probably, 6 months to a year or more out of these. If I'm at work and I need to climb a pole, climb a ladder, use these thick gauntlet gloves. Kuhn's gloves. So these are thick gauntlet gloves, leather, a little bit of finger reinforcement, protect the forearms. Use those at work. So if, let's see, if I'm going to the gym, you need gloves for the gym too to protect yourself. So these are what I use for the gym, okay? They're just a leather and stretchy glove with a strap on it. Now the strap wraps around your wrist so you can tighten it up. So if you're using any weights or it helps keep you from twisting and help prevent damage. And it's a leather palm glove, so it helps grip the machines. So those are for my gym, and I use those. So those are important. So let's say I need some really, really thin gloves. And I don't usually need really thin gloves, but let's say I do. Let's say I was going to go shoot some archery and I wanted something that I could wear underneath, my finger tab or my finger glove on the archery. These are running gloves. These ones are by O'Neill. There's a couple of different companies that make them. They're super thin, and they have a fake leather palm, and they're kind of stretchy on the top, but they're super thin. And actually they provide a layer of warmth too. If you put these underneath a leather glove or something like that, they're actually quite warm. So these are called runner's gloves, and they're super thin, and I recommend those for those applications, or if you actually run. These are good because they're lightweight. Okay, let's see. Riding a street bike. I used to wear these big old heavy ones, and then they were my street luge gloves, and they're just big old heavy leather jumbo gloves. So I don't wear them that often anymore, but if I was going to go riding a street bike in the winter and it was cold, and I used these racing when I did, where was that at? Not Willow Springs, the other one up off of the 5. I'm losing the name right now. It's a great little track, Button Willow. So motorcycle gloves, they're gauntlet, so they pass tech, and they're all leather palmed. So those. Land speed racing gloves. So they also have to be a semi-gauntlet leather glove. These are by Bates, and these are a fantastic glove. So Bates makes great gloves. So the tall gauntlet gloves for land speed racing. Don't know if I'll land speed race again, but you know what? Sometimes I think about it, and I've got the bike. It's just no turbo right now, but it does have the turbo build on the motor, and putting another turbo on there's nothing, just a few bucks and some work. So those are those. So my regular moto gloves wore out. I only get a few months out of a pair of moto gloves of riding. So I took another set of Bates gloves, and I just cut off the gauntlet that I had because I needed something to ride that day, and this was a spare set. And so they work great as a dirt bike glove. So that are on my quad, and those are great. So for me, for winter gloves, oh wait a minute, I forgot one. So food handling gloves. These are just thin plastic. I love these in the kitchen. They keep the smell off your hands. They clean up really easy because you just throw them away. Keep your hands clean. These are totally worth it. What did I buy? I don't know, 1,000 of them for $10 or something like that. So that's, 500 pairs, and they last a long time. So food handling gloves. For me, for winter gloves, my hands don't, at least historically, haven't gotten all that cold. Just a pair of mechanics gloves. Those usually do pretty good. If I needed something more, I'd have to stop at a shop or a chalet somewhere and buy some gloves. So anyways, so on Glove Life, those are my favorite. I use a lot of those because I pump a lot of gas. Alrighty. Oh yeah, out.